So you know what that means. We're going to have a pregame show. The Chicago Bulls have an important matchup coming up tonight against the Detroit Pistons. Every matchup is important. The Bulls cannot get outworked by a younger team today. The Bulls need to be locked in. They need to go about their business. They need to act like they understand the moment and what they're trying to do for their season tonight. And let's hope we get that from the Chicago Bulls. But we're going to talk about it, break it all down, have some fun right after this. What the hell? Why is it not playing the damn intro? There we go.
You are now tuned in to Chicago Bulls Central, your number one place for all Chicago Bulls news and content.
Despite a few technical difficulties, Restream trying to hate on the stream, we back in this bed. We back in this motherfucker. Listen, it's going to be a hopefully fun night for Bulls fans as we face this team, the Detroit Pistons, a team that only has 15 wins on the season. Now, we've lost against teams with less wins than that, but I'm hoping that the Bulls are going to come in and they're going to be locked in and they're going to, they're going to take care of business. Patrick Beverley's come out and said that he kind of wanted to see how the locker room reacted after a loss. And, that's more leadership from Pat Bev. So hopefully Patrick Beverley knows how to motivate this team and gets them going. And we'll see what the starting lineup is going to be. We're going to continue to monitor that to see if Billy Donovan makes an adjustment. Billy's so stubborn, though. I'm telling you guys right now, do not expect a different starting lineup from the Chicago Bulls. I don't expect to see it. I mean, hey, if we do, shout out to Billy Donovan for making an adjustment. I just don't know if I'm too necessarily hopeful that it's actually going to come in a meaningful way. But again, we'll see if I'm wrong. At the end of the day, regardless of whoever starts or sits, the Bulls need to get a win. And that's just what it boils down to. The Bulls need a win. They have to get a win. No excuses. I don't want to hear nothing about any back-to-backs. I don't care about none of that tonight. Yeah, if they would have played hard and won this game and owned the tiebreaker over Raptors, maybe I would have given them a little bit of a leeway with the second night of a back-to-back. Right now, I don't give a shit. This team needs to come out. They need to perform. They need to act like they want to actually get into the playoffs. That's what we need to see from this team. How you respond to adversity is almost just as important how you play when you have the lead. How this team comes out tonight is going to tell us a lot about how they feel about themselves, how they feel about us, and how they feel about truly trying to salvage the season, in my opinion. And that may be putting a lot on one game. But listen, after you drop the game, when it comes down to effort, you have turnovers, things like that, coming in, playing like an elite team, at least on one side of the ball, giving the effort defensively. Zach LaVine got to come out. There's really no reason why Zach can't have a big night tonight. Last night, the length, okay, I'll give you that. The defense of the Toronto Raptors, I'll give you that. This is the Detroit Pistons. These are technically our historic rivals. You need to come out and you need to stomp on these motherfuckers' necks. I need to see necks stomped on. You need to act like you're the predator and pull out some spines. That's what we need to see in this game tonight from the Chicago Bulls. And if we don't see it, it's about to be some issues. It's about to be some issues. If the Bulls lose tonight, I'm telling you right now, as I'm trying to get this sticker off my head, it's distracting. If the Bulls lose tonight, Petty Roosevelt is showing up in a major way. A major way. It's going to be a big Petty Roosevelt night. I'm telling you right now, a big Petty Roosevelt night if they don't show up and act like they understand the importance of the moment. If they don't show up and act like they give a damn about getting their ass kicks. If the Bulls can't do these things for us tonight, I'm lighting everybody up tonight. I'm calling Billy Donovan. I'm calling everybody. And we gonna get on some necks tonight. But hopefully the Bulls take care of business. I got faith in them. I think they're going to rebound well after this loss. And I think they're going to come out with an inferior team and try to make a statement before Friday's game against the Phoenix Suns, which they are going to definitely need their rest for that game. But let's get into the chat. Let's see how you guys feel about it. Will Hess says, let's go win this game. Absolutely. Pat Bev effect tonight. Listen. I mean, the team just got to play well. Man, I can't believe Lonzo Ball is actually suffering nerve damage now. That's a whole different injury, worse than Derrick Rose. Nerve damage is a bitch. And I'll tell you what, if it's confirmed that it's like severe nerve damage, you at that point really got to think about planning a different future. And I hate to see that. I hate to see it. I hate to say that, I should say, because what Lonzo Ball meant to this team when he was fully healthy was every single thing that we needed from our starting point guard. And it sucks. If that's going to be his career, man, it's going to be a long road for recovery for Lonzo Ball if that's what it is. So we'll see. We'll see how it's going to be. Shay says Patrick Williams better start tonight. I don't know if I have too much faith about that, Shay, but we'll see. Haize, what's good, my G? I ain't gonna lie. I don't even know what to expect tonight from V.O. Walker. Bro, I have no idea either. Like, you never can predict what to say with this Chicago Bulls team. You just never know what to say, man. Justin Shelton says, let's get this win from your mouth to God's ears, man. Justin also says, I don't think he'll make any changes. Yeah, Billy Donovan is the type of coach where it's going to have to take 2-3 losses for him to really make an adjustment. And we can't really afford that. So let's hope that we never see that. But, man. Nick in the building from the Chicago Bullpen says, what's good, brother, man? What book you think DeMar going to quote tonight after we let Detroit win by 20? Bro, the only thing he needed to quote is bye-bye, bitch, because if you got to go. You got to get up out of here. Everybody must go. You cannot lose to the Detroit Pistons by 20 tonight. You cannot. Chris in the building says, oh, yeah, I totally agree. There wouldn't be no change from the lineup. Yeah, I'm not really expecting it. Bulls Daily in the building says, Billy's system has worked realistically. He just doesn't make adjustments during the game. Yeah, but see, that's the thing, though. That like when you say, like, no system is going to work 100% of the time, right? There's no perfect system in basketball. So if you don't know how to make adjustments, your system then is faulty, regardless if it works sometimes or not, right? You have to know this is the NBA, especially now we know that the Bulls, they're going to have to struggle or limp into the playoffs if they get in, but especially for success in the playoffs, you have to be able to adjust. You have to be able to play the X's and O's part of the basketball game. Billy Donovan is not that, and we're always going to struggle when it comes to that. Hoping AK can work his magic and somehow bring Mikal here for DeMar in the offseason. Listen, that's probably not going to happen because they got KD. You're going to have two players that get so many points in the mid-range. Listen, you think we have a congested lineup right now? Man, listen, I'm done with the Bulls if we lose to this underachieving team. Well, hell, we are an underachieving team. So what's good, Haize? From Certification Poppy says, I wasn't paying attention to the analysis back then to form my own opinion, but how do you feel about Fred Hoiberg? I mean, Fred is a good college. Like what a lot of people try to put on Billy Donovan, I think that applies to Fred Hoiberg. Now, keep in mind, a lot of the offensives nowadays run versions of Fred Hoiberg's offense. I just think that Fred never got the team that he was promised. We were supposed to get younger and more athletic. We got Rajon Rondo. And then after that, it was just all downhill from there. So I don't think that he was ever truly given the roster that he thought he was going to have coming to Chicago. And I don't think we ever got to see an optimal version of his system. Now, to much like we said with Billy Donovan, great to good to great coaches find a way to adjust. And unfortunately, Fred Hoiberg never did. So, I really don't have much negative to say, but I don't have very much positive to say about Fred Hoiberg either. Kind of just was what it was, man. He may get another opportunity again. BD trash, abso-fucking-lutely. I was so mad I forgot to come to the post game, but what's up, Haize? What's going on, Jello? Glad to have you in the building. Just finished watching the video about a doctor explaining what could possibly going on with Lonzo with me, and it was a little bit in Latin. Well, I did watch that video as well. Basically, what that video, to put it in layman's terms, this fucking sticker is going to drive me up a goddamn wall. But, yes. All right, here we go. But to put it in layman's terms, from what I understood about it, is that basically that the reason why the doctors don't really know how to help Lonzo is that there really is no help that the doctors can do. At this point, there's no structural damage. There's no more loose cartilage. And so what he's experiencing, there's not really, the doctors don't know what to do to help him because technically there's nothing the doctors are going and do. When it's just pain, especially if it's nerve damage, right? There's not much that a surgeon's going to be able to do for that. It's going to be tough. It's definitely going to be tough. Archangel says, had to watch your post-game show last night as therapy. Oh, listen, I'll be going off. I'll be trying not to. Incoming close game that shouldn't be close. Let's hope not. Kyle Talkington says, this team deserves all the smoke from Petty Roosevelt if they don't get it done tonight. Also, the reports about potential nerve damage for Lonzo is awful to see. Hope it's not the case. I mean, listen, it explains a lot, right? The fact that he's still experiencing pain, that the doctors can't figure out why he's experiencing pain, that all points to nerve damage. And if it is nerve damage, man, that's a very bleak outlook. Tay Holland says, on to the next one. On to the next. No one is bigger than the team. Well, yeah, I mean, no one's bigger than the team, but the team got to play big compared to their lineup, right? So we had no bigs last night. That's part of the reason we got out rebounded. I can't say the neck spasm. First of all, your name's neck spasm. I give you credit for that. But just read this out loud. Do you think that I can say that on this stream? Come on, help me out, brother. Help me help you. I'm trying to be better. I'm trying to clean up the show. Y'all keep giving me ammunition for jokes. Come on, bro. Come on, man. Come on. See, I was about to say a joke that was going to get me canceled. Let me stop. Yo, Haize, I want to see blowout win from the Bulls. There's no excuse for them not to. The three-point shooting also needs to show up in a big way. DMG, I completely agree with you. Brandon L. Jet says, I seriously think Lonzo will be out all next season. Listen, I have no hope for Lonzo Ball to return. I said it before, I will have to see a doctor standing there with a clearance paper that says Lonzo Ball is cleared to return this day. Jesus would have to be in the background, followed by Mother Teresa and Gandhi shaking their head yes. That's what I would need to see before I personally believe Lonzo Ball is going to be able to return next season. That's just either that or see him on the court. One or the other. Man, I can't imagine what Zoe's going through. It can really all go downhill in the blink of an eye. Yeah, I mean, you got to look at it. The Bulls were rocking and rolling, number one team in the Eastern Conference. Lonzo and Zach LaVine get hurt in the same game. We think that, hey, maybe it's going to be something minor. They can both return, and then we get that. Like, that's tough. I know a lot of y'all going to hate this, but if I'm management, I'm getting rid of Zoe. We need to win now, not 23 years. Well, keep in mind, it's easy to say we need to get rid of him, but who's going to trade for a 25-year-old point guard with $40 million left on their contract that you have no idea when they're going to play basketball again? It's not that simple, right? I get what you're saying, and I understand the sentiment. I'm not saying that you're wrong for feeling that way, but it's not that simple. And then even if a team is willing to take Lonzo Ball, I talked about this on a video, even if a team is willing to take Lonzo Ball, you're going to have to give up first-round picks, at least one, because they're going to want some type of insurance in case Lonzo can never come back to basketball. They're going to want some type of insurance to make sure that they get something out of that deal. So the proposition, even if Lonzo Ball comes out and, you know, the doctors, it's released this offseason, Lonzo Ball is not returning in the 2023-24 season. There's very little the Chicago Bulls can do. It's just very little that they can do. So, I mean, when it's all said and done, unfortunately, that's the situation that the Bulls are in right now. I mean, Billy, I really don't like starting Alex. Outstanding defense, but we need shooting. I don't know, just me. No, I mean, but like, who really is going to like Patrick Williams theoretically brings that, but we know we have issues with Patrick Williams being aggressive. Like, I there's going to be some matchups that Billy's just going to have to get out of being stubborn and play Patrick Williams. There's just going to have to be some of that. You're not going to start Drummond and Vooch together. DJJ still isn't available, I'm guessing. Like, he didn't play. Like, I don't know, bro. We got to come out hot in the first quarter and play through Vooch a decent amount with cuts to the basket. Yeah, especially in this game, that's definitely a possibility. Okay, fair enough. Let's say you're the GM. How would you convince a team to take Lonzo's contract? Great question from Brandon L. Jet. What's good, Haize? What are you looking for tonight from the squad? Execution. Efficiency and execution on both sides of the ball. That's what I want to see. Chris, we got to get this W. We got to be leading by the fourth quarter and rest our stars for Friday's game. Let's hope so. How do you feel about signing Stanley Johnson for Eric Paschal as a backup for? No, let's just play Dalen Terry or Derrick Jones Jr. Like, Stanley Johnson is cool. And don't get me wrong, I understand why people, especially as the back of the bench player, but keep in mind, nobody that we sign for this open spot is going to play. Like, it's just not going to happen. When you look at the amount of, like, Andre Drummond doesn't even get very many minutes on this team, right? There's just probably not going to play. So I'm not even really looking at them to do anything. Hey, Mikal got dealt in the KD trade, so maybe we can get him from Brooklyn in a 3-team for someone that they like that we got. Well, I don't think they're going to give up Mikal Bridges. I don't think there's a world in which the Brooklyn Nets give up Mikal Bridges anytime soon. Unless they just decide, hey, next season, we don't want anybody. We're just going to trade everybody again for more picks. I don't see them giving up Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson. Those are youngish players that they can have in that system. I think it's more likely that they try to move Ben Simmons this offseason. I think that's a more likely candidate. But even then, like, they may just be trying to move Ben Simmons to get out that money. They may not get very much back. But that if anybody the Nets are going to trade, I think it's going to be Ben Simmons. Billy didn't make adjustments before the game either. Obviously, or he would have played taller, longer guys. We knew we were playing the longest team in the league before the game even started. Billy don't care about that. I told you guys before, this is the ideal lineup that Billy Donovan will have out there. He would love to have this team out there right now. You throw in Muggsy Bogues, Speedy Gonzalez, Nate Robinson, throw in those players. This is the roster Billy Donovan would love to have right now. I think what it is, I think Billy likes having players he's taller than. I think that's it. Spicy Butter says, what's good, little bro? Hopefully my little West Side buddy can put his foot in P-Dub ass, tell him to crash the effing boards. I feel you on that, bro. Definitely feel you on that one. I left a comment on your vid today. Do you think Zach and Vooch will request a trade this offseason? One of your supporters said their fam works for Clutch. No, don't listen to Terry Crew. Terry Crew just be talking shit. He doesn't have any connects. I don't even think he has any family. Like, Terry Crew is literally some incel sitting in his mama basement, twiddling his thumbs. He ain't got nobody in Clutch Sports. Vooch can't request a trade. He's a free agent this season. He can go wherever the hell he wants to. Zach, no. Even Joe Cowley's report today said that Zach was more offended at the fact that he heard his name in trade rumors. I don't think either one requested a trade, in my opinion. Only type of positivity we have is if it's confirmed nerve damage, sports medicine is a lot better. There may be a route, even if long to recovery issue. Now is that they don't know what the issue is 100%. Well, even if it's a long recovery, we lose another season, we have him for another season. Like, at that point, it's nothing. Like, I don't think, and if he has another long season of being out injury, I don't care. He would have to play all 82 games last year, that contract, and be an MVP candidate for the Bulls to try to consider re-signing him at that point. So, what do you think we will do at point with Lonzo not returning in the near future, because we need a starting caliber point guard? I have no idea, right? Because the money that we have locked up, you can't, well, I guess theoretically you do whatever, but like, I doubt the Bulls spend big money on a point guard while they still have Lonzo Ball on the contract. So we may be they may have to do the Tom Thibodeau, sign whatever point guard is going to take the veteran minimum every year until Lonzo comes back, until Lonzo's off the books. Then you spend big money at a point guard. Or maybe hope next year in 2024, because we have our own draft pick, that maybe you can draft a point guard there that's your point guard of the future. I have no idea. But it's not going to be an easier, clear path, that's for sure. Nerve tissue is one of the unique tissues in the body, like the brain, which does not regenerate, heal, literally. That's tough. That's tough. Dylan Paul says Damian Lillard, Anthony Davis, and Joel Embiid to score 30 plus points each night. Is that a good bet? Bro, I don't bet. I have no idea. They ain't got shit to do with the Bulls too, but I do not bet. I like my money too much. Lonzo is my neighbor. Really good dude, man. Gave my son tickets to a game. Sucks he is unhealthy, man. Yeah, it sucks. Yeah, it definitely sucks. Bulls Troy in the building says fuck Detroit forever and always. Straight up B words. That's crazy. But I agree with you. What up, Haize? If Billy were to sit DeMar tonight, do the Bulls' chances of winning go up or down? Sit him as far as not playing him at all? I mean, it goes down. Like, don't get me wrong. The offense flows at times better without DeMar there. But DeMar's ability to get clutch baskets in the fourth quarter or get to the free throw line, it still helps the Bulls. I've always said the best balance, the reason why having a good point guard helped the Bulls so much is that that point guard then can balance between Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan. Zach, especially being able to come off catch and shoots off the ball, he's great at that. But you still want DeMar in the fourth quarter still give you the best chance to win, especially if that game's tight in the fourth quarter. Yo says, Haize, everyone, how are you? Can we see some offensive rebounds tonight and get the W? Man, listen, we'll see. We'll see. Finn's clip says, I got us winning by 13 tonight. Well, hopefully that's true. Hopefully that's true. Terry Crew be cappy. Yeah, Terry Crew just be saying shit, bro. He really just be saying shit. I'm not saying that this should happen, but if Lonzo retires while still in the contract, will that free up his contract, or do the Bulls still have to pay him? No, if he retires, that's it. That's why you rarely see players retire with years left on their contract because they want all their money. So if he were to retire, then no, we wouldn't have to pay him. That money would come off the books. So why would Lonzo retire and surrender $40 million guarantee money? Would you just give up $40 million? Exactly. Yeah, it's not gonna happen. Last night was really devastating loss among many devastating losses. I hate being in this relationship. It's more toxic than my ex-wife, and that's saying a lot. Well, god damn, bro. That's deep, man. That's deep. Is it just weird to keep putting a fourth pick? You should be developing on the bench for a point guard because he gets deflections. Listen, I mean, you got to talk to Billy Donovan about that one. Billy Donovan is a very special person, is what I'll say. I wasn't saying positivity for us because, I mean, the way it's looking right now, no matter where he ends up, he may never hoop again. And even if not with us, I'd hate for a guy that young to retire. Yeah, I mean, yeah, you don't want to see a player that young that had that much promise really give up or lose their career. But, you know, it's out of their control. Starting five tonight: Pat Bev, Zach LaVine, DeMar DeRozan, Alex Caruso, Nikola Vucevic. As I said, same starting five tonight. So there you go. Are we really going to sit here for the next 6 months and think that Lonzo will not be healthy at all or close to it? I find that hard to believe, and he's trying to get back. Well, it also was a rarity that he would miss a whole year plus with the same injury that should have took 4 to 6 weeks. So yes, we're going to sit here for the next 6 months and think that Lonzo Ball, because it's especially now that they're saying it may be nerve damage. There's a higher probability that Lonzo doesn't play than does play. That's just where it sits right now. Do you think we would have a brighter future if we didn't go into win now mode and let Zach walk and rebuild using our draft picks under the new front office? No, they were never going to let Zach walk. Letting Zach walk, there's no situation in which that was the smartest idea. And also trading, keep in mind, Laurie was not going to resign. Once Garpax put him through that Jim Boylan, Laurie was gone. He was out of here. And so I understand trying to go in win now mode because, again, keep in mind, the Bulls didn't really do that bad. It wasn't super long-term money with Vooch, not super long-term money with DeMar. So technically, yeah, I mean, it's going to be, especially with Zoe out, it's going to be rough. But, like, you got to keep in mind, from the moment they traded for Vooch to now, that's 3 years, 3 seasons, and 3 seasons of which one season you probably would have made the playoffs that first season if Zach didn't have COVID and was missed like the last 20 games or something. Last season, you made the playoffs, but again, you built a pretty damn good team. Had that team not got ravaged by injuries, probably would have been pretty good. And then this year's just shot all to fucking hell. But so when you look at that, 2 out of those 3 years, you probably would have been playoff teams. You were playoff teams and won. Freak things happen. So listen, for that to not have super long-term money, that money to come off, I think it's still the better idea. You don't have to negotiate with rookies, things like that. So, you know, I mean, it catch 22, I guess. So I bet $10 on the Bulls games last night and couldn't hit. Should I bet again tonight? Listen, I don't bet. Don't ask me, because you asked me about betting, I'm going to tell you no. To be honest, we have a real offense. It's no scheme, just drive and kick. And setting picks, no plays, off ball movement. I don't know what the fuck Billy B is doing, but literally called him getting out coached last night. Yeah, I mean, anytime you have an X's and O coach on the other side, Billy Donovan's 9 times out of 10 is going to get out coached. That's just what it is. Yeah, Ben Simmons is on the bench for the rest of his contract, and the team will still be dumb and pay him for potential. Oh, for sure. Some team will. Some team will. If we get Simmons for less than the vet minimum, would you do? No. The only thing that you can hire Ben Simmons to do is to put air in balls. That's it, because he's going to shoot a lot of air balls. He might as well put the air in balls. They keep that motherfucker up off my team as well. Billy Donovan's gum says, I swear Billy is more stubborn than a child at the groceries that really wants the candy. That's deep. That's tough. My brother had nerve damage. He was never the same. They fused the nerves to the tendons. If that happens, Zoe's done. Damn. That's deep. Haize, why everyone say blow it up all the time? That word is need a healthy point guard and better coaching adjustments along with a shooting coach. Because I told you guys before, once this whole blow it up, most Bulls fans, a lot of Bulls fans have that sheep mindset. Once they hear something enough, they're gonna. You still have Bulls fans that still talk bad about Vooch, and Vooch has been the most consistent player just because they're so stuck in their mindset of last season. You got to keep in mind, right? Most fans of teams don't actually watch games. They just don't. They look at box. Most fans of teams don't watch every single game. They look at box scores and they form their opinion based off box scores. That just comes with the territory. Speaking of from personal experience, if there's nothing physically wrong with Lonzo's knee anymore, hearing about the nerve damage still got first time, they need to check his alignment and ankle and hip. All right, well, y'all act like y'all never seen a player take a year off basketball to hear their body before. Quan TV is more than that, bro, and you know that. Like, I love it when people want to say stuff just to sound intelligent, but that's more than. He's not taking a year off to heal his body. He's taking a year off because he can't get on a basketball court. He's taking a year off because he can't cut. He's taking a year off because he feels severe pain anytime he thinks about basketball activities. That's not taking a year off to get your body right. Let's not undermine it and act like the dude's just sitting at home, resting, rejuvenating with his feet in the goddamn pedicure tub, chilling, and he's just going to be ready to go. That's not that, right? That's not that. I'm sorry, Quan. That was a dumb comment because that's just stupid. That's not what he's doing. He's not taking a year off to rest his body. Who are some of the best assistant coaches in the league? I like the Bucks one. Yeah, but keep in mind, Chris Fleming, when the preseason poll that GMs do, Chris Fleming was second in voting when they, of all GMs that said assistant that would be a great head coach. So apparently we have one. I don't know if Billy Donovan lets him cook, but apparently we have one. Mystery Bulls fan says, sup, Haize, how you been? I've been living, bro. I'm out here, man. I know they wouldn't have known this would happen to Zoe, but the Pelicans are looking like geniuses by not re-signing him. They must have known something that we didn't know. Well, keep in mind, he didn't want to be there. So, no, they didn't look like geniuses. He didn't want to be there. And they didn't use him correctly. So, no, they didn't know anything we didn't know. Nobody knew that Lonzo was going to have a mysterious nerve damage injury to his knee. Like, let's be clear. Let's stop trying to act like they were just had this plan. They didn't. Laugh my ass, not gonna lie, Bulls Troy wasn't wrong. If they haven't to check hip and ankle alignment, hip and ankle issues can cause pain in any area on the leg, seeing as they're all connected. Seems like a nerve though. Yeah, that's a little bit different from nerve damage, but I feel you. Big Papa says, Haize, AD has player option next season. You think the Bulls will go? What? No. Keep Mr. Glass off my team. Does anyone think that Lonzo could have the same issue going on that Draymond Green had going on last season, where he had a calf issue and the real issue was his back? I don't know, man. I think that's an oversimplification of it. My heart literally breaks for Zoe. Seems like he's the type of player who literally eats, breathes, and sleeps basketball, and now we're all talking about a possible retirement. Yeah, definitely. We can no longer think of Zoe as a member of the team. That mindset should have happened a long time ago for y'all. First of all, anybody who says for y'all needs to be quiet because this is a team. And what do you mean? Like he's still on the team. You can think of him as not a member of the team all day. It doesn't change the conversation that we're having on if he can come back. Doesn't change the conversation on how that money is affecting the team. So what you talking about? What you talking about, bro? Fleming was undefeated as a coach last year, which is probably why Billy was hating how we were playing well. No. Okay, this is what the common misconception from Bulls fans. Billy Donovan was still coming up with the schemes. Billy Donovan was still on Zoom calls coming up with the game plan for those teams. People have this mind or try to make it seem like Billy Donovan was completely out of the loop when Chris Fleming coached us, and that wasn't the case. Chris Fleming said that himself. So come on, man. Quan, I see your comments all the time, and I'm listen. I'm not even gonna be Petty Roosevelt fully right now. Are you a fucking idiot? Like, I just want to know what part of your brain stops you from comprehending simple words mean things. Taking a year off to get healthy is different from being out of year because you can't get on a basketball court, dummy. What the fuck is wrong with you? Like, at what point does a human brain stop comprehending simple statements? Like, at what point does that happen? Please let me know at what point, in what city, and what public school did you go to that comprehension seemed to be missing? Please let me know that. I just want to know because I can make sure that my kids, grandkids never fucking go to the public school that you went to. Please inform me and let me know because what don't you understand that it's not taking a year off to get healthy? How is that goofy? It's goofy because it's a dumbass statement. That's how it's goofy. Matter of fact, Goofy himself can understand and comprehend better what's going on with Lonzo than you just showed in that comment. That's what's goofy about it. What the fuck is we talking about, bro? What the fuck is we talking about? Like, what are we doing here, bro? What are we doing here? Like, first of all, you in the prison stance in your Avi, and I know they got free education in prison. What is happening here, fam? What in the world happened to where you do not understand the difference between taking a year off to get healthy and not able to get on the basketball court? Please help me to understand how this is not penetrating your goddamn brain. Let me know. You watch these videos all the time. I know at some point something got to penetrate that comprehension. Like I should not have to raise grown-ass people. Come on, fam. Come on, man. They don't pay me. I don't get paid enough on YouTube to help teach y'all some shit y'all should have learned in high school. I just really don't. I can't do it. I can't do it. I don't have the mindset for it. Kawhi fucking tore a meniscus. Exactly. It's completely different. I know Haize, but maybe his voice is being heard better by the players, but I don't know. No, that's fair, Tony. That's absolutely fair. John Walker, if he took a year off to get healthy, he wouldn't have been saying he couldn't even walk upstairs in the offseason. He just can't get healthy. Come on, fam. Come on, man. Kid said, I joined the stream to someone getting cooked. Man, listen, I've been trying, bro. I've been trying, man. Let me put my glasses back on. Auntie in the building. Says, hey, stop arguing with a goofball, Jamal. He don't know shit about a player being hurt. His dumb, stupid ass, his ass, a clown without makeup. Oh, man, that is funny. How is the G League ball? Wait, bro, come on. Say that man's name. Healthier than his brother's. Easy. G League isn't nearly as taxing as the NBA. And he's not an NBA level player. So let him be healthy and stay being G League Kobe. Whoever's in here talking about Zoe, we need to retire. You should have not been smiling while the Bulls were winning games last season when he was on the floor. What? Bro is a damn nerve damage. God, leave y'all slow. Like, Nick even cooking. A year off to get healthy. You don't just get healthy if what needs healing cannot be healed. Oh, man, that is funny. Auntie is undefeated. Listen, Goon don't play. Auntie Goon don't play. When someone keeps complaining of pain and doctors can't find the cause, nerve damage is the most common go-to diagnosis. It doesn't mean they necessarily have any hard evidence of nerve damage yet, though. That's a great point, Archangel. Great point. I get his nerve issue, but still rehabilitating for years can boost his confidence while going through all. I don't think, what boost his confidence? We don't need no confidence boost. We need his ability to play basketball boosted. Listen, once Lonzo touches the court and once he, is out there practicing for a little while, the confidence is going to come back. But you don't boost confidence while you're sitting there going through one of the more taxing things in the world and not being able to play the game that you love. I hope Max LaVine is hitting his stride again. That dude can be called. Max level Zach LaVine when he plays like a max level player is special to watch. We better blow an undermanned Detroit team out, or I'm smacking Billy with a pack of Bubblicious and double mint. First of all, double mint packs ain't that strong. You ain't gonna get much. double wrap 2 tape. Matter of fact, put a bunch of Bubblicious in a sock and beat him with the sock. That's what you got to do. Plus, it won't leave no bruises. Bro got the whole chat on his ass. Like, what we doing, bro? What we doing? See what says dude talking about confidence. We talking about confidence. Wait, which Jamal are we talking about? Because I don't want no smoke with Goon. No, she said goofball Jamal, like a phrase, bro, not an actual Jamal. She's not talking about you, brother. The truth is, we don't know what the hell is wrong with Zoe. Nobody seems to know what the hell is wrong with Zoe, right? You are truly stupid. Like, it's just like you are truly just dumb. Like, I just don't even know. Like, there's very few people in the world that I just be like, there's no hope for. We lost one when you were raised, bro. Like, we lost one. Like, black culture as a whole took an L. And it's sad, man. We lost another one, bro. We lost another one. That's deep, bro. That's deep. Dude got shot and can have all the effing confidence in the world and still be dead. Oh, man, that's wild. Reginald Short says, what starting Bulls lineup do you want to see against Detroit? It don't matter because we got the same starting lineup that we had last night. Same starting lineup we had last night. I'm going to be the one that says Zoe comes back next season and shows flashes of his old self. Not saying that he's going to stay on the floor consistently, but at least come back and try to play. Simba, I hope so. Right? I think everybody wants Zoe to come back. I don't think there's anybody. Well, I'm sure there's a weirdo out there. It's like, oh, we don't need Lonzo. We don't want Lonzo Ball to come back anyway. Lonzo Ball isn't good. Lonzo Ball, all he did was shoot threes. There's some dumbass Bulls fans that are saying that right now. But I think we all want Zoe to come back, and we've seen how special this Bulls team looked when he was on the court. So, yeah, I definitely think everybody wants to see him back. Predator Farms Gaming says, well, it's about to start. Fingers crossed. God be with us for real. Absolutely. Absolutely. Quan, you said we talking spicy. Yeah, get this zesty ass thing out the chat. He flipped his weave back in time. Oh, that's funny. Y'all talking too spicy in this motherfucker for me. That was Quan. That's what he hit. That's weird. You fucking weirdo. Hey, if the Clips don't make it to the finals and decide to blow it up, what would you offer for Paul George? Please say DeMar Zoe and 2 firsts. Listen, man, I don't know about 2 firsts. Man. Would it be worth keeping someone on the team just because he has the highest IQ player on the team? I think so. I mean, with this team and their need for IQ, there could be an argument made for that. Definitely could be an argument made for that. Give me Dalen Terry minutes. I don't get how playing him can be seen as tanking. It's evaluation and having guys who attack the boards and care. I feel you on that. Definitely feel you on that. Big T, that man out here like radio. I like confidence, coach. I like that you get your dumb ass out the chat. He's sitting there like, He's just taking a year off. He's just taking a year off, guys. Like, he's just taking a year off to get healthy. Did you see the calendar? Do you see the calendar? He's just taking. Shut up, Quan. What the fuck you talking about, bro? Oh man, annoying Bulls fans, bro. Annoying Bulls fans are hilarious. Laugh my ass off. Reginald said, please say like Haize gonna be the one to make the trade. Exactly. Like, hey, listen. If Acme wants to call me to have me consult on trades, I'll do it. What if Zach wants to leave? Would it be up to the front office at that point? I'm sorry, Haize. I don't know how that works. I'm a female trying to understand sport. Oh, you're fine, Sydney. I mean, if Zach LaVine asked for a trade, the Bulls could very well do what the Nets did with KD this weekend. Be like, that's cool. I mean, this offseason, be like, that's cool. We hear you. Cool. Thanks for that. And keep going. But, usually if a player requests a trade and voices their discontent that much, they eventually trade them. So. All this time, I try to have hope for Billy Donovan that he will learn from his mistakes with in-game adjustments, but it seems like there will be no hope for this dude. That's from Black Dank One. Man, listen here. There's no hope for it. Billy Donovan is who he is. That's it. He is who he is, man. He ain't changing. He ain't changing anytime soon. But all right, y'all, we got 8 minutes into the game time. We're going to go ahead and wrap up the stream. I'll be back here halftime. Make sure you guys are tuned in for that. I love you guys, man. Make sure you follow the show. Hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed. We out this bitch, man. Peace, y'all. See you guys at halftime.